What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. It's approaching 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Sunday, June 6th. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. This is our weekly Sunday scan watch list. What we do, we cover and go over the stocks that were recently in play, and we check to see if they're worth keeping an eye on going into next week. We put together our weekly watch list, a back burner playlist for the upcoming week. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend, got to rest, reset that mind. Last week, we kicked off a new month in the stock market, June. Summer trading is upon us. And last week was super hot. I mean, every single day we had opportunities. Markets reopened on a Tuesday after Memorial Weekend. Every single day we had opportunities. Stocks like AMC. Everybody and their mother was talking about AMC. Incredible range on AMC from $30 running up to $74. Other stocks, LEDS running from $12 to $28. RMED having a run from $4.50 to $7.50. U1 running from $7.50 all the way to almost $15. GameStop, costs, I mean, just so many stocks just popped up. So hopefully that's a sign that we're in store for a super hot summer. And if that's the case, I'm looking to be aggressive and attack hard and make that money. Bank as much money as we can and then put it in the bank. So, all right, let me go to the Discord here. And I'll go to the Monday chat, which I am right now. And for all the members, they can quickly see as we go along my watch list for the upcoming week. So, of course, I'm going to be keeping eyes on AMC, GameStop, BB, costs, LEDS, U1, and let's see what else we can throw on this list as well. All right, LEDS. Every single day, this stock has been popping up. You could see here, going back to May 28th, running from $9 up to $18. This stock loves to run. It loves to run, and then just crumble and fall apart. Friday, we traded live, and we were done by 11 a.m., noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was able to lock in over $11,000 in profits, closed it up, secured the bag, ended the day, off to enjoy my weekend. And that's our goal here as traders. We're here to show up, make money, and then wrap it up. Even if you show up and you make money within the first 5 minutes of that market opening, you did your job for the day. You can go off and enjoy the rest of your day. That's the benefits of being a trader in the market. So I try to preach to all the members and you guys here on YouTube. If you're up in profit, job well done. Secure that bag. Remember, 90% of people fail and lose money consistently in the stock market. So LEDS, 2 days straight, right from the open. You could see Thursday, we ran from 12 all the way up to $20, $21. Stock runs up nonstop, $9, $10 a share. And then after it tops out, just completely crumbles and falls apart. Next day, on Friday, it opens up at 17, runs all the way up to $28, $29, an $11 run, and then just completely crumbles and falls apart. Always look back to get an idea of a stock's personality. I preached that to you guys all the time. So there was Friday, and if you fast forward to, or Thursday, and if you fast forward to Friday, looks very, very similar. A lot of really good opportunities on this when it pulls back and you get that snap to the upside. So LEDS going into next week, this is most definitely going to be on watch for any more opportunities. Friday, when we were doing the pre-market prep, I told you guys LEDS was my #1 watch for that day. U1. This bad boy has been slowly but surely working its way up to 14 from that 750 area down here. Moving up, moving up. It's almost looking like it's squeezing. You could draw a clear resistance line right there at 14 and just connect all of the higher lows on this. So we could be in for a nice little pop over that 14. Next resistance is going to be 15. And then over 15, this thing could easily run to $20. It could. It's a former runner in the past, and traders remember stocks that ran in the past. Look at way back here. This thing ran from $2 to a high of $55 just about. Way back here. So it's heating up and perking up again. Let me display my crosshair on hover. So that $15 is going to be a big level for U1. I really like LADS and U1 going into next week. Let me pull up RMED. This just looks like it's a pump and dump. This stock rate really needs to get up and over. Man, I just don't like how it runs up so quickly and crashes down. It's got to hang around a bit more and do a little bit more work. It is kind of a low float at 4.4 million. Just throw it on the back burner and see how it plays out. It's got to do some proving to me. All right, let's talk about AMC. I'm sure everybody's all talking about AMC and they want to know what's going to happen. What I've been saying with AMC, it's super, super high risk for new people when it comes to day trading this type of stock. And the way that I'm looking at this thing, you're either in it or you're just watching it. You're in it, seeing what it could do. Maybe it does run to the moon, $100, $200, $500, $1,000. Who knows? I mean, that's absolutely crazy if you ask me, but always try to keep an open mind in the markets. I'm never going to try to predict what the ceiling is going to be. In the history of the stock market, there has never been a stock that ran up to $1,000 in a couple weeks, let alone $100,000. So maybe it can do that, but I'm not gonna rely on it. You gotta take a step back sometimes and realize, keep it really simple. Like, look at the average Joe. They invest into a 401k their entire life to get a good payday. And in a couple weeks, if you got in on AMC, this thing ran up from $10. It pretty much ran up $70, $80 a share. That is unheard of in the stock market. And it did it in 2 weeks. Normally, it takes a company, 5, 10, 15 years to do something like that? So if you're making $40, $50 per share that you own, I mean, that's a heck of a return right there. So always try to protect yourself. Don't get greedy. Lock in profits along the way. I also see there's a lot of people out there too. They're buying like 7 shares and they're just going to let it run and do what it does. They're just joining in on the action. I mean, that's completely fine. Do as you please. You know, I'm here to make money. I'm not here to play games and consider this like a lotto ticket or a slot machine. I'm not here to tie up my money. I'm here to have my money work for me. And every single day at the beginning, at the start of the day, I want no positions. This is why I consider myself a day trader. I sleep very well at night. I don't have to stress. No specific stock is going to keep me up all night thinking about, is it going to gap up or is it going to gap down? I'm sitting on cash every single night. And at the beginning of every single day, I have a clean slate. So I can start the day with no positions and I can analyze and look for the best opportunity that comes up and presents itself to me. That's where I get all the opportunities, and it's a lot more stress free. Yeah, I have to dedicate more time to the stock market and being here every day and monitoring and seeing if opportunities come up, but I'm making myself always available for when those opportunities do present themselves. I can attack and take advantage of it. You get what I'm saying? So while everybody has their attention all on AMC, all it's been doing is just going back and forth, back and forth. Very, very crowded and choppy. From $62 running all the way down $20 to $40, and then from 40 running back up to 60, 60 back down to 38, 38 up to 70. That's big range, big range. And this is going to cause a lot of emotion for traders. I want to consider myself like a sniper. I want to get in, get out. If I made my money, great, move on. Move on to something else. Something like LEDS, come in right out of the open, boom, straight up. Everybody made their money? All right, dump it. Let's get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of the day. Maybe go to the lake. Go on vacation with the family. Just effortless plays. A 90% win rate. That's I'm going to call your BS on that. Some of the best traders out here don't even have a win rate of, let alone 80%. Plus, if you're trading with paper money, you don't have the emotions attached to it. So it's going to be a totally different ball game once you put up your real money. Everything that you've been practicing with paper money is going to go right out the window. Because now you're, like I said, you're going to be attaching those emotions. And it's going to hit a lot of triggers that you haven't experienced yet. All right, let's see what else we got here. So with AMC, everybody else is going to be watching, of course, GameStop. GameStop's been pulling back down to that 250 level. $300, that resistance level. If it breaks over 300, it's game on. It's more than likely probably going to run back up to its highs and test that $500. We're just going to have to take it day by day and see how this plays out. KOSS. Nice pullback the last 2 days. From Wednesday, running from $25 up to $44. So Monday, we could see a nice little gap up and potential morning push on this bad boy. And then BB is going to do whatever AMC does. We can also throw BBBY on the list. Bed Bath & Beyond. The last 2 days, this has been selling off. I like this big green candle here on the daily chart. It's setting up our rubber band play, guys. So us members, we know what the rubber band play is. We're going to be keeping an eye on BBBY Monday for that momentum rip right back up. All right, we got that. Now let's start working our way up this list. EFOY, not interested. BTX. This thing had a nice run up from 14. It ran all the way up to 20. It stalled out at 21. It stalled out hard at 20. You may see a couple little $1, $1.50 bounces on it, but I think the party's over with on BTX. It's just going to slowly but surely fade all the way back down, and it's going to lose more and more and more volume. You could still keep it on your back burner, though. OEG had a good run. It ran pre-market, and then it consolidated the whole day on Tuesday. And then from 6, it ran all the way up to 8. But then it just sold off, and it's been going sideways. You could maybe see a bounce back up on this up to 650. That's a $1.50 upside. If it falls down below 470s, it's over with. So here to 650. It really needs to break over 520 25 to get going. How are your emotions when you take on a trade? Part of the process. I've been trading for 6 years. So what I teach here at Trading Learning 101, you want to take your trading in levels. So starting off trading only like one share with real money instead of paper money, you're still putting up your real capital, but you're only buying one share. You're still attaching the emotions. And you start working your way up the ladder when you start proving to yourself that you can successfully and consistently trade with that size and comfortably. You can take your winners, you can cut your losers, and then when you prove to yourself that you can successfully trade with that size for, let's say, 3 weeks straight, then you can level up to 5 shares or 10 shares and repeat the process. A lot of people, they always come into this, they go balls to the wall. They're always buying 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares, and then they don't adjust their size depending on how volatile a stock is. And then they get caught on the bad side and they blow up 40-50% of their account. And then revenge trading kicks in. They get stubborn. They try digging themselves out of a hole. They double down. And then they blow it up even more. And then they're disgusted with themselves. And then they quit. That's what happens. That's why 90% of people fail. Because they totally overlook the risk. They don't take their emotions and the psychology into factor with their trading. They look at this as gambling, which in a way it is gambling, but I don't look at this as gambling. I look at this, my job, I am a professional risk manager. I'm always on the lookout for opportunities that offer the best reward versus risk. And that's why you see a lot of traders out here. They look for trades that offer 3-to-1 risk versus reward or greater. A lot of little things that you have to learn and know about, and you have to formulate yourself to be successful in this game. No one's going to come in this and just learn it in a few months. It's going to take years of self-development. You know, I preach to you guys all the time. I consistently lost money for 2.5 years before I started consistently making money. And then from there, I had to start, okay, now working on my size and leveling up with my size. That's why you guys see me. I can make $5,000 a day, $8,000 a day, and that isn't nothing to me because I've emotionally conditioned myself for those days. It's not an easy process. It's not. You just can't jump into it. Like, if you go to the lake, for example, I just went to the lake yesterday. When you walk into the water, most people take it slow because it's so cold. You're not just going to jump in. You know, only crazy people just jump in. So most people, they take it slow and they inch their way in deeper into the water because they're adjusting to the water temperature as it slowly submerges their body. If you guys are liking the way that I'm talking about a lot of these subjects, go into my channel. I have over 500 videos that dive in even deeper on all of these topics. psychology, emotions, human nature. And if you want, join the channel and be a part of the Wolf Pack. We're all out here every single day in the chat, calling out stocks. I'm calling out what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking about trading, what I'm watching. Every day we do a pre-market prep. I cover and go over my watch list, what I think's going to happen in the market, my thoughts, opinions, motivate you guys. We jump into the weekly chat and we get that money. That's what we do here. I do this full time. This is my job. I think I know what I'm talking about. Because a lot of stuff that I say, it hits home with a lot of people. Because it's true. Everything that I'm telling you guys, most people don't understand. Or, what's the word? Stumble upon this information until years into their career. Yep, and a lot of people come into this, all they have on their mind is money. How much money can I make? And when they place a trade, they have their P&L staring them in the face. And as soon as they go up in profit, they take it off the table. And how many times have you taken a little bit of profit off the table and then you continue to watch the stock run up and run up big? And then you start kicking yourself in the butt because you're like, man, I made $100. If I would have held on to it, it would have been $1,000. You gotta condition yourself. All right, so we can keep OEG on our back burner. I'll throw it on there just for a bounce play. Nothing more. VTNR. We were talking about VTNR every single day. Every day pre-market, we laid out a game plan, what VTNR would do, and it played out to the T. VTNR is a very, very clean technical stock. It's still hanging out near its highs, and it could potentially still be gearing up for that big $10 break. So VTNR, we're going to keep that bad boy on our watch list. For any of you new guys here to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And if you guys want to join up my Discord channel, there should be a link to my Discord down below in the video description. Feel free to join it. That Discord's filled, packed with all kinds of great education. Thanks for subscribing, Tomo. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, guys. That's a huge milestone I'm excited for. We're approaching our 3-year anniversary on YouTube. Let's see if we can hit that 10K before my 3-year anniversary on YouTube. June 25th is my 3-year anniversary. So I need like 800 subscribers, 900 subscribers to hit that 10K. We can do it. SKLZ. This one's a runner. Really needs to start breaking over that 22 though to get more volume in on it. It is gearing up on that daily chart. It's trying to. I'm going to say keep it on the back burner. See how it plays out. You can also keep RIDE on your back burner as well. These stocks that I'm calling out to throw on your back burner, I'm not really going to go too much into detail with them because it's just not worth it. We're just going to keep it on the back burner to see how they play out. Thanks for subscribing, Mark. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Happy Sunday, K-Man. Thanks for tuning in. Patience has been the hardest thing for me to learn. That's going to be all traders. Constant battle is patience. There's tips and tricks and ways, though, that do help with patience. There is. The thing with stock trading and being a day trader, and I preach this all the time to the members, you just have to trust in the process, learn from the right people, and show up every day. What do I say? Actions speak louder than words. There are people, think of everybody at the New Year's resolution who say they're going to lose weight this year. What do? They say, yeah, they're going to do it. And then the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the year, all these gyms get the most membership subscriptions. And then everybody quits. People just fall off. I see a lot of people come and go in this game. A lot. It's because they come here, they see all these unreal expectations from all these gurus driving Lambos, flashing cash, become a millionaire. You know, yeah, you can do it, but it's not going to happen overnight. This is a new profession that you are learning. And this is the best job in the world. If you Google search right now, what's the biggest way to make money? It's going to be the stock market and real estate. Those are going to be your top two. The possibilities in the stock market, it's limitless. The sky is the limit. You just have to learn this game. Which you can. It just takes time. TKAT had a quick little couple pops on it. This NFT game, those non-fungible tokens, they're still in play and worth talking about because Bitcoin, the top stocks related to NFT is going to be TKAT, DLPN, WKEY, and OCG, I think is the other one. So keep those on the back burner. Just always keep them on the back burner. Always keep coming back and glancing at them. With TKAT here, it's been trending down. And even on this 10-minute, it's been trending down. But you do get nice snaps and rips to the upside. I mean, look at here. When was this? Tuesday. Remember, it got halted, news pending, at $18. This thing reopened and it ran all the way up to $25. So a $7 rip to the upside. And then even here from 18 it ripped up to 20.50. So a $2.50 rip to the upside. What's going on, Habib? Happy Sunday. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Went out yesterday to the lake, celebrated my brother's birthday, hung out with the gang, went out on the boat, went tubing. It was like really the first week to kick off summer. It was popping at the lake. Everybody was out. Water was a little cold, and I bit it hard on the tube. Oh my goodness. I wasn't the first one to fall off, but when I fell off, I fell face first, and that water smacked me in the face. Oh, it hurt. And it was cold, too. It was hot outside, but that water was extremely cold. I was done. I told you guys Friday I was going out to have some fun. It's like I said to you guys, last week we had an amazing, great week. I had a great week last week. Every day I made profit and closed out Friday making over 11,000. You want to reward yourself. Like I tell you guys, your brain likes to be rewarded. So after all that studying and hard work, and when you get those big paydays, reward yourself. Because your brain's going to like that feeling, and your brain's going to want more of it. And it's good practice. Yeah, I felt like a short getting my face ripped off. Exactly. 100%. All right, PETS. This popped up when AMC went nuts, but then after that, it just slowly faded off. You can just throw this off the list. Nothing's gonna happen with it. And volume's just too light on it. We talked about BBBY. SPCE. Now, you know a lot of people watch this stock. SPCE could get a good rebound off of that 31.30 level. And from there, run up to like 33. Yet you even got a nice wedge forming on this. So play the wedge on the bigger time frame. Keep SPCE on your guys' list. So I'm going to add this one as well. You live in Minnesota and everyone's going to the lake right now. It's because everybody's excited to get out of the house. They're starting to lift up all these restrictions. It's going to be a crazy, wild summer. DraftKings. This even has a big wedge forming on it. It recently had a big sell-off from there all the way down to here. And it bounced up 50% just about. Even more. Bounced up probably 60, almost 70% of this big sell-off here. It's consolidating and gearing up for its next move. We just don't know which way it's going to go. It's either going to keep going up and it'll run right back up to just under 60, or it'll fall back down near this 44. DraftKings is more of like a swing trading stock. Gotta pay attention to the bigger time frame with it. I'm just gonna keep this on my watch list because I just like keeping tabs on it. PLTR. This one likes to run as well. Getting a nice little gear up. PLTR. This one you have to take it in 50-cent intervals. So break over 25. The next resistance is going to be 25.50 and then 26. There's a few people in chat that consistently monitor PLTR and what's that other one? LAZR. They call out and talk about sometimes. And what's that other one? MBIS. MBIS, this one has legs. It loves to run. I mean, look at that. From $18 all the way up to $23. MBIS is a big fan favorite in the Discord. There's always people in there calling out MBIS. So I'm going to add all three of those to the weekly watch list. MBIS, PLTR, LAZR. And with my weekly watch list, I don't care if there's 20, 25, 30 stocks or even more. All this watch list and this back burner list is, it's just a back burner playlist or a watch list. So stocks that are gapping up Monday, if I don't like any of them, then I have a back burner list I can fall back on for any potential opportunities. What about SCR? I've never heard of SCR. SCR, this is more of like a swing trading stock. It does look like it's going up higher. Next level it's going to run up to is 20. But for day trading, I wouldn't trade this because it's very, very light in volume. Look at there's no really... There's wide spreads between the bid and the ask. There's no volume. Even if you fast forward to the next day, there's really no volume on it. So you got to be careful with these low volume stocks because all it takes is for one person to ruin it for everybody. GBR, this is just a pump and dump. But GBR, this has a history of running in the past. And what did we say earlier in this video with U1 and LEDS? Traders remember stocks that ran in the past. And if you look back on those daily charts, if you see big, huge 1-day run-ups, like all of these that I'm circling, traders pull this up, they're going to be like, wow, look at it. How many times in the past in one day this stock ran up $5, $10, $15. That's opportunity. So they say, bet if this pops up again, it can run because it's proving to me in the past that it likes to do that. Now, it doesn't mean go ahead and take a position and wait for it to do that, because who knows how long it may take for the stock to have these rips, or if it'll even happen at all. So our job is to monitor this stock and wait and see how it sets up. So now if we look into the time frames, we can see it slowly grinded up here. It gapped up and it's been trading back and forth. Now we can zoom in on this time frame. We could see there's a failed wedge breakout here, but it's still hanging around. And there's a couple ways you can draw a wedge on this. You could even draw a wedge like that if you wanted. So it's all about how you interpret these charts. And this is why I say you want to look at these charts as if it's an art form. This isn't a science. Just listen to what the charts are telling you. If you feel the stock is still, like what I say, lingering around, and it's still in range of a good breakout, keep it on watch. GBR is still in range. As long as it holds up and above $5 and breaks through $5.50, more volume could start pushing into it. And then it could easily be back up to $6. And then over $6, more volume come into it, because then it's going to be going off on everybody's high of day scanner, momentum scanners, and so on and so on. And even on this 1 minute, you can connect a big old wedge on this bad boy. So you see how fascinating technical analysis is? So let's keep tabs on GBR. I'll put an alert at 550. I'll actually put an alert at 545. And see how this stock plays out. So set an alert, move along. ANVS, this stock was a recent big runner. From $26, it ran up to almost $100. So this is in the stock market, as being a day trader. Remember when I told you guys it's best to always have an open mind? Have an open mind. And what also really helps too is having a good memory. If you don't have good memory, I hate to say this, you're screwed. I mean, you really are. You're fucked. Having a good memory, you're seeing something like ANVS like this have this super, super big run like AMC did. It's bouncing right back up, picking up on themes that are happening. So this big move up right here, then you have this big sell-off, and from the top up here, down to the bottom right there, that yellow line, this stock ran up just about right there. That's like 50% of its total measured move here. So the chances of it getting over that are slim. It still could happen. If I go back to AMC, so much volume was pumping in on AMC. This move here from the top down to this bottom here, normally you'll see it bounce back up 50%, which is right there. But this thing came all the way back up to it, and it failed. And now it's right back down, and it's fading off. There's a lot of people that always look on Twitter, stock twits. They're on message boards and blogs, these news feeds, looking for stories. What they're looking for are reasons to believe that they are right, or the stock will keep going up higher and higher and higher. Where's my euphoria chart? There's my euphoria chart. This is one of the things that you should always try to learn as a trader. Study these charts like this, because this is human nature, and human nature never changes. We know human nature never changes, so study human nature in the past. Now, when you see these patterns happen again in the future, like look at Bitcoin. Remember when Bitcoin ran up to almost 20,000 and then it crashed down to 4,000 and then it sat there for 2-3 years? So imagine, or look back, when Bitcoin was at 20,000, you heard everybody talking about it. All the news sources, everybody. But then when it crashed down to 4,000 and it sat there for 2 years, you didn't really hear anybody talking about Bitcoin. People stopped making YouTube videos, or YouTube wasn't promoting Bitcoin videos. People were making fun of Bitcoin, but then it ran back up to 20K, broke 20K, ran up to 50K, 60K. Then you hear everybody and their mother talking about Bitcoin again. And then now Bitcoin fell back off and it's been hanging down at that 30, 40,000. It's human nature, guys. I've been wanting Bitcoin to go back down to 15K. Everybody I've been saying that to thinks I'm crazy, but I can actually see it running back down to 15K. I can. ASAN, I'm not going to pay no attention to that. IHT, this one's a real tricky one. Real tricky one. In the past here, IHT has that personality of it likes to run up a lot and then give back all of it. Like, look at how choppy this 10-minute chart is. That's super choppy. Stock runs up, then it gives back all of its gains right here. makes a run up, gives back just about half of its gains. It's just so up and down, up and down. I mean, even this run up, like these little ones right here, and then it slams back down to here, runs up to here, slams down to here. Just so back and forth with this stock. We were watching this as it was breaking up over 9 or testing 9. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. Back here to maybe get that run up to $10 because the float on this is only 2.7 million. And if it gets going, it could be a big runner. Low float stocks, really popular with a lot of gurus and chat rooms out there. That's why they pay attention to them so much, because you don't need much volume to get up and going. And then the more volume you have pushing into these, the more they can potentially go up and get more volatile in price action. So with IHT, here it ran from $7.25 up to almost $10 right there. And it was pulling back near this 8. And we were watching it to consolidate to potentially work its way back up to that 10, break over 10, and do a really good run. I mean, look at how volatile LEDS was. And this isn't even, the float on this is 2.7 million. So it's the same float size as IHT. From $12 to $21, $17 to $30. You see the range on this and the low float? That's the potential we were looking for with IHT. It's still hanging out. It still could do its move. It's just, you got to look at all these stocks as if they're people. They're all different. They're all going to move in their own specific ways. It's their personality. So IHT's being a bit more stubborn, and it's taken more time. Just keep this on your back burner because you never know what could happen. Who knows, from a week, a month from now, we'll be talking about IHT and talking like, I can't believe it ran up to $100. You never know. Always keep an open mind. Thanks again, all you guys, for tuning in on this Sunday to watch the Sunday stock scan with us. If any of you guys are new to the channel here, please hit that subscribe button, join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And if you guys want to join my Discord, there should be a link in this video description just below. Feel free to join the Discord. We talked about MVIS. MOSY popped up a few times last week. You could see every day it just kept building up and building up. And it kept building up, and then it finally blew. And look what happened there. And then Friday. So from 5 to 10.50 in 5 trading days. Let's see if MOSY pulls back and can hold up near the $7.50, $8 level. See if anything could come of it in the future. We could keep it on our back burner. You know what happens a lot in Discord though too? They'll get a lot of people like this trying to send you invites. Like this guy, Code B. Join BPS to be the first when Dodge is being pumped together. There's 3,000 people online, 25,000 members. That's insane. All because I'm in the Wall Street Bet server. So what I like to do with this is send this GIF. Everybody's out here trying to make $1. Everybody. So let's keep MOSY on our back burner. NCTY, we'll want to see this one hold up at 13. That area, it really needs to get up back and above 14 for people to, for volume to come back into it. Alright, now that I went through all of these on the Monday, Tuesday, now I can delete them. Because I've been adding them all to the Discord. And I'll just put them back in. So that was the Monday, Tuesday. That was everything that popped up throughout last week. Now I got my weekly watch list on here that I gotta go through. Alright, costs. We're gonna have that on our list. AMC. Ride. Oh, JMIA. This one has been a good one for swing trading. I've mentioned JMIA a few times in the past. Very good technical setups. It's not for newer traders because this stock, it really likes to run up a lot, but it also likes to fall off super hard. Like dollars hard. You could see here it ran from $33.62 all the way down to $32. So about $1.50 it sold off there. From here it went from $30.50 all the way down to $29.30. So it's got an average range of around $1.30, maybe $1.50. DISCK, DISCA, and VIAC. Such disappointments. Everybody's been waiting for these to bounce. And look at, you never got it. So it just goes to show, if stocks have big sell-offs like this, from $76 all the way down to $38, $40, just because they have big sell-offs, they do not have to bounce back up. They don't. OTLY, it's a newer IPO, not worth paying attention to. See, there's that VIAC I was just talking about. From March 29th to June 4th. So about 2.5 months, and it still hasn't bounced. And then, of course, you're going to want to keep an eye on MARA and RIOT along with Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, Mara, Riot, and a few other Bitcoin-related stocks, I know there's a lot of them, but my favorite ones to track with Bitcoin is Mara and Riot. So whatever Bitcoin does, these are sure to follow. And like I said, there's a lot of other Bitcoin-related stocks out there. It's just, you could follow the other ones, they just don't interest me. I just go after what interests you. Just because I follow Mara and Riot doesn't mean you necessarily have to. A lot of these pretty much are the same ones we just covered and went over. Alright, so now I can go into my weekly watch list, delete all of these names, and now I can input in everything I just mentioned in the Discord. So AMC, GME, BB, BBBY, COS, LEDS, U1, OEG, BTNR, SPCE, Mara, Riot, MVIS, PLTR, LAZR, GBR, MOSY. Alright, now we can go over what popped off on Friday. So it's a pretty long process that with the weekly watch list, you got to do it. But this is how you get paid. You're working for that payday. I'd much rather, on my own personal time, do this and do this with you guys for that $1,000 payday, $5,000 payday, than going off working for somebody else at a job I hate and work for them for a whole month to make what I can make potentially in a day. You get what I'm saying? All right, WPG. This is an interesting one. It can easily fall back down to 450. Break up over 550, $6. That's where volume could come back into it. I'll add it to my list, see what comes of it. WINT from 250s up to 340. Good run. What's not good, look at that big sell-off there. From 336, it slammed all the way down to 286. This is why we do not chase after high of day breakouts. Just look at that. And like I just said, from 335, in a blink of an eye, this slammed all the way down to 287. But then we'll run into those people who say, well, if I would have had a stop loss at 320, I would have been all right. If you have a hard stop, doesn't matter at $3.20, $3. If you have a death candle like that and a long wick like this, it's going to fill you at the bottom because you have a hard market order stop. That's why you guys see a lot of these death candles, because everybody has their stops all down here. Market makers get paid per transaction. So they see that 2,000 people have 2,000 orders, stop losses all down here. They're going to flush that bad boy, take everybody out, and that market maker is going to get paid. Let me run through this little screener here. LMNL. Surges after FDA approves generic disorder drug. From 4 up to 7. Who knows what will happen with this one? I don't think it'll do anything. It's just going to slowly fade off probably. Because something new and better is going to pop up on Monday. What's going on with DXR here? It's got a float. The float on it's only 1.2 million. Friday it ran from 950 to 1150. Got halted. Reopens and went from 1150 all the way up to 1350. I don't see any news. It's too risky. Milk Cash says, what's wrong with high of day breaks? A lot of times they work out. Well, why do you think 90% of traders fail in the stock market? Most of them are taught to buy high of day breakouts. So you're telling me, like Riot here for an example, runs up from 2760 up to 2860, rounds out here, gets stuffed right there at high of day. You tried buying that at 2850 to push up. It failed. You're going to hold on to this as it comes all the way down to 2770. as it pulls back almost $1 and then hope for it to come all the way back up, which it did. It just took from 10:30 to 2:30, so 4 hours. Now you got to sit around and wait for it to come all the way back to the level that you bought in, and it finally pushed up to where you thought it was. That just doesn't make sense. Even with U1 here, stock ran up to 1350, pulled all the way down, comes back up. So it starts ripping up right here. So you're buying right there at 1350, rips up to 1390 real fast in a blink of an eye too. And then comes back down to 13 and then drops to 1240. AMC. So high of day here at 55. You're buying right there at 53.50 for that high of day break. It does it, runs up to 56, but then it comes and it slams all the way down to 48.50. And then it does come back up. You buy it again there, it pulls back, hangs around at that high of day again, pushes up. But from high of day up here at 55, nobody in their right mind is going to hold on to it as it comes all the way down to 49.50. That's a $6 per share drop right there. Even if you were holding 1,000 shares, that's a $6,000 loss. Depending on how big your portfolio is, I don't know. But most traders out here, they all have small portfolios. Not everybody, but a lot. High of day breakouts fail majority of the time. Ask any member in the chat. We preach this all the time. Never try to chase high of day breakouts because they're going to probably fail 90-95% of the time. Even here with SPCE. So look at every single time you would have tried to buy this high of day break, you would have got stuffed. High of days there, you got stuffed there, 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 there. Did it break high 7 times up there? Jack Daniel says if you were in the Discord, you'd know. That's completely right. So you got to ask yourself that fine line question too. If you're a part of a community or you're following a guru that has a lot of followers and they're only trading low float stocks and they're buying at high of day break, you got to take a step back and ask yourself like, something's going on here. This guy has 1,000 people watching him. He's trading a stock that has a small supply. Let's say 1 million shares. That's the total supply available for the public to trade. And he's telling everybody he's buying at the high of day breakout. Those 1,000 people all buy in and chase after it. It's going to be like a lightning bolt hitting that stock in that 1 million supply. Prices are going to rocket and shoot up. And that's pump and dump 101. You're not going to see a guru out here talking about Ford F for strong, clean, technical breakouts. Because the float on Fords, that's a almost 4 billion float. So here's another example for you too. Stock rounds up right there at that high, the high of day, not pre-market high. Rounds out back around, gets stuffed right at high, and it sells off. I can show example after example after example. High of day breakouts fail majority of the time. They do. And it all revolves around that human nature. People always try to, and it's not your fault. It's not. It's just human nature. People get greed in those big eyes for those breaks, for it to push up higher. Not realizing and taking a step back and saying, whoa, look it, I'm trying to buy up here at 1505, and this stock just ran up from 1480, 1475. So it just ran up 20 cents non-stop right here. It's more than likely it's going to try to pull back again, build up, and break over that. It's just not going to go. And then if it does break, they don't have a plan. They don't know when to sell, or they're selling into the very first pop, and then they watch it go higher and higher and higher. There's so many different scenarios that could play out. So many. Milk Cash, I could tell you're super new, man. And I'm not trying to pick on you, dude. It's not about strategy. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's about being here every day and seeing the different conditions and getting feels for things. Jack Daniel, you got the right thinking, buddy. Your strategy is joining the Discord and learning. We've had a lot of people come up in here learning and growing by just showing up every day and working their way up to the Wolfpack leaders list. DNA Investments, Dub, PRD, Irish Wolf, Hawk Driver, Cherry Blue, Cupcake, Paper Cuts, See Beth. Some of you guys have been with me for a while. A while. ECT. I didn't even realize that this one hasn't even been linked. This PCT, it could break 20 and get that run up to 2250, even maybe 25. But on that daily, you got that 50-day moving average right there. It's a tough one. Doesn't say the float on Street Smart Edge. The float 97 million on PCT. It really needs to hold up and move its way up in levels. It's more of a swing trading stock. So now that it's pushed up over that 19 and tested 20, see how it pulled back down and it held 19, and then it pushed up to that 20 again. Micro pullback, pushed up to 20, over 21, and now it's pulling back to this old 20. But I think it's going to fall down to 1950. But then again, here's another example. Multiple high of day test and failed follow through. Even way back here. Stocks like to run up and retest levels multiple different times. Even as it tried to run up right there, it stalled out a little bit at that high. It failed back here 3 times previous. It finally pushed up through. Thanks for subscribing, S Visionary. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Alright, is there any stocks that you guys want me to cover? Talk about real quick. I'll leave the mic open for you guys. I'll give you guys 1 minute to type in the stocks that you want me to cover and go over real quick. Try to pick maybe 1, maybe 2 stocks tops. Don't spam the chat with 10 different ticker symbols. It's just way too much. Alright, we're ready for the upcoming week. I posted my profits the last 2 days in the profits chat. Almost 7,000 on Thursday on U1, LEDS, and BBBY. Almost 7,000. And then Friday we closed out. We traded live in the Discord. NCTY made 2,271. LEDS I made 9,562 for a total of 11,834. We closed up Friday, like we said, at like 11 a.m. noon. We were ready to enjoy the weekend. Pretty glad we left too, because it looked like everything faded off. All right, I guess you guys don't have any stocks you want me to cover. We probably covered everything. And you guys been posting in the charts of the day in here with all of what you guys been seeing and breaking down charts. Good job, guys. Keep doing that. That's how you learn. You're seeing and visualizing how different people view the stock market and these charts. Everybody looks at charts differently. They're going to see opportunity in all different places. If you guys just tuned into this video recently, go back and rewatch this video. There's a lot of hard-hitting, great educational tips regarding to day trading and the stock market. And I just seen we had a new subscriber. Thanks for subscribing. EFOI just looks like a pump and dump. It'll probably snap maybe back up to $6, maybe. You can see back here all the upper wicks and candles on it. It's got a history of just popping and falling back off. I like that saying, you're only as good as the stocks you trade. So if you're paying attention to garbage, you can expect garbage. And a lot of people, they get tunnel vision in stocks like AMC. Sure, there's a lot of really good opportunity on AMC. There is. But it's really risky. It is. If you get caught on the wrong side of this and you're holding a big size and you didn't take into account your size and the volatility, this is an account killer. I mean, it can really destroy your account. But all right, we got our weekly watch list up. For all you members out there, I will see you guys Money Monday. Last week was an amazing week. I pulled profit out of the market every single day last week, Tuesday through Friday, making almost $30,000. That's half a year's salary for somebody. So, kicking off summer with last week and what we've seen these stocks run, we could be in store for a hot summer. Let's take advantage of this summer, guys. Let's bank that money, because when this market slows back down, we're not going to get opportunities like this. You know, we're still in a hot market. So take advantage of all of these opportunities and preserve that account. Because when things slow down, we're going to have to scale back. And we're going to get a big runner, maybe one every 3 days, maybe once a week. We'll still have runners, but we're not going to have runners like we've been 3, 4 different stocks every single day running $5, $10, $15 to the upside. That's just crazy and insane. But anything's possible in the stock market. Always keep an open mind. And I preach to you guys, always learn this game. This is a process. Accept and trust in the process. Don't rush this. The market's not going anywhere. It'll be here tomorrow. Learn and break down this game and learn it, because it will pay off in dividends down the road. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the Trading Learning 101 community, where we all learn as traders and investors. GILT, we'll cover that one real quick. Somebody just called it out. Dub Day Trader, quick question. Do you prefer a blizzard, milkshake, or a cone when you walk into a ice cream shop? Milkshake, most definitely. Last longer. All right, GILT 35 million float. It's starting to perk up here on the daily chart. It really needs to start breaking up over that $10, $11 for volume to push into it. If it breaks up over 11, it's got room to run 11.50, 12, 12.50. You're going to have to take it in 50-cent intervals. So every 50 cents is how you're going to have to play this. You could draw a big resistance line right here at this 1030s, 1037 level right here. Resistance there, 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 there. Finally got over it. It held as support and it moved its way up to 1060s. So I'll take that back. 30-cent intervals, not 50-cent. So you're going to 1030 to 1060. If it gets over 1060s, next level is going to be 1090, $11. Chances of LEDS surging right out of the open tomorrow? Well, the way I look at it, the more obvious something looks, that's when they change it. That's my opinion. Because we all know when people start picking up on the market theme, that's when they change it. And I try to preach to you guys and teach you guys, always be observant in the markets at the beginning of the week, at the start of a new month, for any sudden changes in the overall market. What's the theme? Do you notice anything different? And the quicker you pick up on these changes, the more, and you adjust, the more you can profit on that. And then once everybody starts figuring out what keeps happening, that's when they completely flip it and change it. So you may see runners right out of the open the first 10 minutes. Stocks run up first 10 minutes every day and then fade off the rest of the day. It may do that for 2 weeks and then they change it. Stocks have a quick pop, they have that fake out, and then they sell off hard the whole entire day. Always be observant and on your toes in the markets. And I don't know if that's Japanese or Chinese, somebody typing in there. I don't even know if you could translate that. But we have LEDS on our weekly watch list, and we'll see what pops up on Monday on the gap scanners. So all you guys, I'll see you in the Monday chat Monday morning. We'll do the pre-market prep down here at the bottom, starting every day at 8:50 a.m. I'll start sharing my screen. We'll cover my watch list, the game plan, what's going on, cover any stocks we want to keep eyes on, and we'll get out there and get that money. Sound like a good idea? Get a good night's rest, guys. Reset that mind, body, get prepared for the upcoming week. Milkshake gang, Smigs in, Wolf is in. You can't go crazy with the milkshake, though. You gotta kind of keep it simple. Like the go-to milkshake for me, probably peanut butter shake. Just some vanilla, ice cream, peanut butter, bomb. All right, I got a few videos I gotta work on and edit for this upcoming week. I'll be dropping throughout the week, so keep your guys' eyes open for those. Milkshake malt. Malts are the chocolate malts are the bomb too. I think those are a bit more thicker. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And let me know too, did you guys like having the little chat box up here on the right? Or do you guys think that's a distraction and take it off? All right, guys. Be easy out there. Have a good rest of your evening. Glad we got this done and over with. You guys can enjoy the rest of your night. See you guys all Money Monday. Let's get it.